Did Jungkook of BTS just confess the truth he's been hiding for years? Has his quiet disappointment with HYBE finally reached its breaking point? And did Taehyung face the same treatment behind the scenes? Fans are in shock as Jungkook's emotional words send waves across the world. Watch till the end, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe, because what you're about to hear might change everything you thought you knew about BTS. For years, the golden magne of BTS, Jungkook, has been the symbol of strength, perfection, and loyalty. But what if all that loyalty has come at a cost? What if behind the smiles, the laughter, and the flawless performances, there was a deep disappointment growing? A feeling of being unheard, unprotected, and misunderstood by the very company that raised him. The world is now buzzing after Jungkook finally broke his silence, revealing that his disappointment with HYBE didn't just start recently. It has been there for a long time, quietly building up until it became impossible to hide. Sometimes, Jungkook reportedly said in a moment that left fans speechless, "I feel like I'm fighting a battle no one sees. I've been trying to endure it for years, but I'm not sure how much longer I can take it." His voice, heavy with exhaustion, carried a truth that sent chills through armies worldwide. What could drive someone like Jungkook, who has always given everything for his team, his fans, and his company, to the point of saying he can't take it anymore? The revelation has triggered endless speculation. Was this about creative control? About the way he and Taehyung have been treated behind closed doors? Or perhaps something even deeper? The unspoken emotional weight that comes with being a global icon under a company that seems to prioritize business over well-being? Fans who have followed Jungkook for years say they've noticed the subtle signs. The tired eyes, the quiet demeanor, the moments when his smile didn't reach his eyes. Was this the moment all those hidden emotions finally broke free? Taehyung's name has also surfaced repeatedly in fan discussions. He and Taehyung have been through the same things. One fan wrote, her voice trembling in a live stream that went viral. They've both been treated unfairly, silenced when they tried to express themselves, and forced to keep quiet for the sake of image. Could it be that both of them have reached their limit, the point where silence is no longer an option? The emotional storm that Jungkook's words unleashed online is unlike anything ARMY has seen before. Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube exploded with theories, heartbreak, and disbelief. Clips of Jungkook looking visibly emotional during recent appearances have been replayed millions of times. Some fans claim he's been sending coded messages for months through his music, his lyrics, even his silence. Was his recent solo track actually a cry for help disguised as art? HYBE has to take responsibility, one emotional fan comment read. They built these boys into legends, but at what cost? Jungkook isn't a machine. He's human. Another fan added, we've seen him smile through pain too many times. Maybe now, he's finally asking to be heard. And yet, despite the chaos, Jungkook's tone wasn't one of anger. It was heartbreak. The kind of heartbreak that comes when someone realizes they've given too much and received too little in return. I've always trusted them, Jungkook said softly, his words echoing through countless fan hearts. But lately, it feels like they've stopped trusting me. What could he mean by that? Did HYBE limit his creative freedom? Did they make decisions without his input? Fans recall that Jungkook's solo promotions were unusually quiet, lacking the same push other HYBE artists received. Many now wonder if there was a conflict behind the scenes, one that made Jungkook feel isolated and unappreciated. Taehyung too has been unusually quiet, but silence, fans say, speaks louder than words. They used to look so free, so happy, one longtime fan tweeted. But lately both Jungkook and Taehyung seem tired, like they're carrying something too heavy to show us. Could this be a shared struggle, one that has been building ever since BTS entered the global spotlight? The idea that two of BTS's most beloved members could be suffering in silence has left fans devastated. The bond between Jungkook and Taehyung has always been one of brotherhood and unspoken understanding. If Jungkook is expressing his breaking point now, does that mean Taehyung is close behind? Or has he been there all along, hiding his pain behind his charming smile and calm demeanor? What truly breaks fans' hearts is how long this disappointment has lasted. Jungkook's revelation that it has been for a long time changes everything. It means that the struggle didn't start recently. It's something that's been building quietly, beneath the surface of fame for years. It means that the golden boy of K-pop has been fighting a silent battle, one that no camera could capture. Some fans are calling this moment a wake-up call, not just for HYBE, but for the entire industry. Artists aren't property. One fan's emotional post read, "They're people with feelings, dreams, and limits. Jungkook deserves peace. Taehyung deserves freedom. They've given their youth, their souls. Now it's time the company listens." Others are more fearful. What if this means he's planning to leave? One commenter asked during a viral live chat. What if this is Jungkook's way of preparing us for goodbye? The thought alone sent a wave of panic through the fandom. The idea of BTS continuing without Jungkook feels almost impossible, and yet, his emotional confession has made fans question everything. The tension between Jungkook and HYBE seems to mirror something deeper, the eternal conflict between art and control, between individuality and corporate image. For years, HYBE has been praised for their management, their strategy, their empire building. But at what emotional price? Have they forgotten that the core of BTS's magic was always authenticity, the raw emotion that connected millions of fans around the world? Every word Jungkook spoke carries the weight of suppressed emotions, of loyalty tested beyond measure. "I've always wanted to believe in the team," he said quietly, "but belief has limits when trust starts to fade." Those words have become an anthem of heartbreak among fans, a reminder that even the strongest idols are human. Taehyung, ever the quiet observer, hasn't spoken publicly yet, but his recent expressions, his tone, even his music seem to echo Jungkook's pain. Could they be silently supporting each other through the storm? Could this be the reason behind their visible closeness in recent months? A shared understanding of what it means to endure in silence. The question that now haunts fans everywhere is simple. What happens next? Will HYBE finally address the growing dissatisfaction among its biggest stars? Or will this be the moment that breaks the unbreakable bond? Will Jungkook's words spark change, or only deepen the divide? As fans replay his emotional statements over and over, one thing becomes clear: Jungkook is no longer willing to hide behind perfection. He's no longer the boy who smiled through everything. He's the man who's finally saying, "Enough." And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes this moment so powerful. Because for the first time, Jungkook isn't performing. He's speaking his truth. So what now, ARMY? What does this mean for BTS? And for the bond that held them together all these years? Could this be the beginning of a new chapter? One where Jungkook and Taehyung reclaim their freedom, their voices, and their peace? Or is this the breaking point that could change BTS forever? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain: the world is watching. The story is still unfolding. And as Jungkook's voice trembles with honesty, fans everywhere are holding their breath, praying that the boy who gave them everything finally finds the peace he's been searching for. If you believe Jungkook deserves better, hit the like button, share this story, and let your voice be heard in the comments below. Because sometimes the loudest change starts with those who refuse to stay silent. The moment Jungkook's words echoed across the digital landscape, everything changed. The illusion of perfection that had surrounded BTS's relationship with HYBE began to crack, revealing the fragile humanity behind the world's most idolized artists. The news didn't come from an official press release or a flashy media statement. It came from emotion, from the trembling honesty of a man who could no longer pretend everything was fine. And as the confession spread like wildfire, millions of fans felt the same sharp sting of betrayal, as though they too had been living in the shadow of silence for far too long. The emotional shockwave wasn't limited to fans. Industry insiders, former trainees, and even staff members began whispering in the background, hinting that Jungkook's feelings might not be isolated. It's been building for